ladies and gentlemen.
I hope everyone is having a very good time since SMLTALK Youth is here.
After being held annually since 2020 with the name of Virtual Youth Summit,
SMLTALK Youth is now here, conducted again to celebrate the National Children's Day.
Today, we are going to witness the amazing speeches and performances by the Apprentice, Orator Society Junior, and Youth Trainees. I, Jessica Darren Wijaya, will be your host for today along with
Clearna Vivian Lim,
Jasmine Yanarti.
Welcome to SMLTALK Youth 2022!
I am so excited to begin the SMLTALK Youth 2022. How about you?
I really cannot wait too. Now, let's take a peek. What will be our agenda today?
We will have more than 20 amazing trainees who will showcase their special performances and speeches. In SML1, they will not only learn how to deliver speeches, but they will also be able to explore their skills and talents, such as singing, playing piano, and many more.
Wow, that's so cool!
Before we start this event, we would like to invite all the audience who are watching to sing Indonesia Raya together.
Indonesia Raya has always been the national anthem which should be remembered by all Indonesians.
It is indeed, and we would like to thank all partners and sponsors who have supported this event. Without the support from each and everyone, this event would not be as great as it is today.
SMLTALK Youth 2022 is supported by Moreover, through this opportunity, we would like to invite everyone who is watching to join us on creating a better society by donating books. All the books collected will go to a library that is in need so that our friends out there will also have the opportunity to explore their potential. You can donate the books by sending them to SML1 headquarters at Jalan Timur.
Cool! And this year's SMLTALK Youth is bringing out the theme of Let's Break the Limits. And we all believe after 2.5 years of COVID-19 spreading, the world has broken so many limitations within it.
I agree. Let's just say about having online school, virtual competitions, and performances. Not only that, we also do care more about our health and surroundings.
Yes, those are all true. There are so many things which may not be seen before the pandemic, but it's now here.
Now, let's bring out the speakers and the performers of SMLTALK Youth 2022.
I really can't wait anymore to see their speeches and performances. And now, we will first welcome our Chief Training Officers to give an invocation.
He is none other than our trainer, our mentor, our coach, someone who always gives the best to train us and to make a better us. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Sir Stephen Guntur!
Hello everyone, welcome to SMLTALK Youth 2022. I am Stephen Guntur, your Chief Training Officer of SML1. Thank you Jasmine, Jessica and Cleona for welcoming me. It's been such a sweet pleasure to listen to your voice again after all these years. So I would like to congratulate all the 27 trainees who have been taking part in this year SMLTALK Youth 2022, which I believe is not an easy process. I know that some of you have been preparing for the past 1 year for this day. To all the audience, thank you very much for supporting all the children and the teenagers in this event. There will be a lot of speeches, podcasts, virtual tours, singing performance, dances, vocal group, and all will be captured in the theme of Nusantara. So this year, it's not going to just be speeches, but there will be also performances to bring up the wealth and the beauty of this country. I know that for some students, it's not an easy process to be selected and to be preparing for this day. You know, some of them, they've been preparing for months and months for several minutes in front of the camera. However, I would like to invite all the audience, not just seeing the true performance itself, but also the huge preparation and the huge long nights practice that they've been doing behind the stages. All in all, I know that it has been a great days, great night, not only for the students, but also for the parents who have been supporting them all the way until this day. So again, congratulations to all the trainees, all the parents who have been so supportive, and most of all to all the committees who have been working relentlessly to make today's happen. Congratulations again. And this year, not just the speeches, but all the students have decided that they are also going to do book raising. They are going to donate books to Ruang Mimpi, our partners. And I know that from the committees until today, they have been collecting 90 books so far. So if you, the audience, are also called to donate some books, please contact SML1 so that we can gather more and more books to other people and other unfortunate children so they can read the books in Ruang Mimpi. All in all, once again, congratulations to everyone working behind the stage. I think this year SMLTALK 2022 is presented to you. Enjoy.
Thank you, Sir Stephen. It is very encouraging and inspiring.
I think so too. Now, Cleona, are you ready to begin the SMLTALK Youth 2022?
Of course, Jessica. I've been waiting for this. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready?
But before we start, Cleona, do you know what province we are staying in?
Of course, it is in North Sumatra, right?
Exactly. In this year SMLTALK Youth, we are going to go through all of the provinces in Indonesia. Let's break the limit of not being able to go to the places directly, but we are going to go through virtually. Are you ready to go along with me?
Oh yes, of course. Let's start from Daerah Istimewa Aceh.
That's one of the places I would love to visit. If I have 10 times, I will give all of them to the food in Aceh. Imagine sitting down by Sumur Tiga Beach while eating mie Aceh and drinking a cup of kopi gayo. It's making me hungry now. Do you know that unlike other noodles from Aceh that are sweet in taste, but mie Aceh has more spices which makes it spicier?
Oh wow, it sounds tempting. Well, that is one interesting fact about our first province. Now, let's get to our performers, Jessica. The first performance is coming from an Orator Society junior trainee. Let's welcome Valerie Jane Mandera!
Hello everybody, my name is Valerie. Today I'm going to play Pasacaglia. I hope you enjoy it. This is the end of the performance. Happy Children's Day!
Fantastic performance from Valerie!
Yes, we have already watched an amazing performance. What a great start! By the way, Jasmine, talking about places in Indonesia, no matter how far we have traveled, we will always find our way back home because it is where we were born and raised. I am extremely proud of our own province, Sumatera Utara. There are lots of beautiful and legendary places here in Sumatera Utara, such as Danau Toba, Istana Maimun, and many more.
And do you know that Danau Toba is the largest volcanic lake in the world?
Oh wow, that's cool!
Yes, indeed. Well, Cleona, let's visit there together sometimes in the future. Now we have our next speaker, who always has the eagerness to improve himself. Let's welcome Lieutenant Colonel Grispian Tandi!
Ladies and gentlemen, have you ever been in a situation when you are forced to do something even when you don't want to, such as preparing food for yourself, reading textbooks that you don't enjoy, or maybe talking to strangers? Those things I know for sure are the things were out of my comfort zone. Our comfort zone is like a bird's cage, very comfortable, fancy, and everything needed is just there. The birds must have loved their cage, right? Everything's provided from foods, drinks, even a place to litter. But the real question is, are they happy? No, they seek freedom. They want to fly around freely. Humans are just like birds, and cages are our comfort zone. But what makes both humans and birds different? The birds want to know what it's like beyond their cages. But we, humans, just want to stay inside that cage. I know how comfortable and meaningful it is to you. The world beyond the comfort zone is sophisticated and horrendous. Plus, we are scared to struggle. But what do we get by staying inside our cage or our comfort zone? Exactly. We learn nothing. We gain no experiences and we don't develop ourselves. And that's why we must get out from our cage, dive through the world beyond the cage and explore new things. I got a first-hand experience of going out from my comfort zone, and it's also the reason why I'm talking in front of you, thanks to my willingness to go out from that fancy and comfortable cage. It all started when I was 9. I was a very shy person back then. I didn't even dare to borrow a eraser from my friend or ask for a drink when I was at my friend's home and had to lose my voice the next day. My parents knew that and decided to introduce me to public speaking. Well, it was something I had never really enjoyed, and I was put into competitions which I never wanted to participate on. I wanted to reject and rebel against the competition I was put in, but then I thought, wouldn't it be such a waste to throw the opportunity? So why not? I went through tough trainings to participate in the competition. I practiced, cried, even rebelled against my mom, who had the patience to help me judge my performance at home. Well, it was a tough road. However, it was memorable because I got the 5th rank on the one competition and I was satisfied on my progress. Ever since then, I joined more and more competition and eventually keep improving and developing myself. Thanks to my mom and dad with the emotional support and also my coach for the trainings. Now, I can be who I am today. Going out from my comfort zone does not only benefit me, but also others. Because 2 months after that competition, I encountered a confused grandpa who needed help checking into the hotel online. And with all the bravery I had, I helped him and he thanked me. Was it hard for me to help him at that time? Of course, it's not like I didn't know how, but it's the part when I had to talk to him in Mandarin. But thanks to my confidence, I helped him from getting lost. Those trainings, those situations, and those challenges that I needed to go through sure were bitter. But those beginnings had the sweetest endings. Ladies and gentlemen, we need to always remember that beyond that comfort zone, there are lots of challenges waiting for us. Beyond that comfort zone is a room of improvements for us. And beyond that comfort zone is where we are going to learn about the greatest things in life. That cage we adore so much, sure, is very comfortable. But what can we do inside? Nothing. We'll do the same thing over and over again. Boring, isn't it? We'll never progress. Friends, we all have a dream that we want to achieve. But the first step that we must take is to get out from our comfort zone. Allow me to close this speech with a quote by Madonna Ciccone. If it's bitter at the start, then it's going to be sweeter in the end. Today, you are presented with 2 options. Would you rather be bored to death inside that cage? Or would you rather enjoy the greatest life out beyond the cage? I am Grispian and the choice is always yours.
Wonderful speech from Grispian.
I have been very excited for today since weeks ago. How about you, Jessica?
Of course, I have been dreaming of being on this stage too, and watch great performance will really lighten up my whole day.
Totally agree. Well, now let's head to Sumatera Barat. Talking about this province, one of the most traditional dances there is tari piring.
Oh, I have heard about that. But what does that mean?
Tari piring is a traditional dance specifically from Minangkabau, Sumatera Barat that symbolizes happiness and gratitude for the people when they successfully harvested the crops.
Oh, wow, that's great. Well, now I got some new information about tari piring. Thanks, Jasmine. And well, just like how tari piring symbolizes happiness, now I am happy to tell everyone that our next speaker is a person who is very dedicated to give his best in every single thing he does. Let's give a round of applause to
Lieutenant Colonel Richmond Osian Sudilan. Audrey Hepburn once said, "Nothing is impossible," and the word itself says, "I'm possible." I did believe that many things were impossible until my recent experience joining Korea Innovation Challenge Innovation Award 2022. In that competition, my friend and I had to come up with an invention idea, something that can solve real-world problems. We came up with many ideas, but my mentor chose my random idea, which was spork sticks, the combination of spoon, fork, and chopsticks. At first, we were not confident at all that we would even be able to enter semifinal because the idea was too simple. And yet other participants from different countries had sophisticated ideas. One even had an idea of an education app with augmented reality experience. Nevertheless, we worked hard and put effort into preparing for this competition. And guess what? A few days later at school, I was informed that we were one of the semi-finalists. I was happy we actually did it. Another few days later, the Korea committee announced its finalists that the judges chose through their YouTube channel. I was watching the video with my fingers crossed, but also reminding myself that if I didn't make it into the finals, it is still fine. And one of the inventions which made it into the finals was spork sticks. I was even more surprised. I couldn't believe that we could go this far, especially because this was an international competition. One thing's for sure, there was no going back now. We continued to put in more effort into preparing for the finals through Zoom. And luckily in the finals, even though there were technical difficulties and hiccups, the final presentation and the Q&A session went smoothly. A few weeks later, I was invited to the awards announcement and the Global Creativity and Innovation Day. And later at that event, after about an hour of performances and the announcements of the other categories, they were announcing the awardees in our category. And guess what? We got not one, not two, but 3 awards. The Video Award, which was part of the Special Awards, Titanium and Grand Award, the 2 highest awards in the competition. And now we got to represent Indonesia in a bigger international competition, the Global Innovation Challenge in November 2022. I was freaking out. I couldn't believe that we could go this far. Spork sticks was a super random idea, so who would have thought that it could achieve the 2 highest awards in the competition? This comes to show that anything is possible. So, do not have that mindset that some things are impossible. Instead, believe that some things which may still seem impossible are still possible. So, dream big and don't be afraid. Just go for it. Even if people say, "No, that's impossible." Heh, you'll never succeed. Ha 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 ha! You are crazy to even think about this. Don't listen to them. Prove them wrong. Believe in yourself. Work hard to achieve that dream. Have that determination to succeed. And at some point when you fail,
you may feel that what those people said is true. But don't give up. Keep persevering. After all, failure doesn't mean it's the end of the world. It is just a chance for you to learn and improve. Finally, find a positive environment and support. You have to be positive too. Be positive that you can do it, that it is possible, and that you can succeed. Be creative and disciplined too. Only when you have all of these, you can then achieve your dreams. I'd like to end my speech with a song entitled Reach from S Club 7. Reach for the stars, climb every mountain higher, reach for the stars, follow your heart's desire, reach for the stars, and when that rainbow's shining over you, that's when your dreams will all come true. I am Richmond Osen Sudilan. Dare to dream big, dare to achieve it, and reach for the stars. 2 thumbs up, Richmond. It's just the 3rd performance I am in continuous awe. I believe every performer and every speaker has practiced lots of times for today's performance. I myself have been preparing every day and every chance I get. How about you guys?
Me too. I have been very excited for SMLTALK Youth 2022. I practiced a lot for this. And you, Jessica?
I'm really excited that I bring my performance to my dream.
Yeah, right. We put in our 110% effort for today's performance because we want to show our best and show that as the next generation, we have unlimited potential. Just like our team today, let's break the limit.
Totally agree with you guys. And yes guys, while we are exploring Indonesia, I want to give you a quiz. Do you think Kepulauan Riau and Riau are the same?
Yes, probably.
I bet no.
Well, the answer is no. They are 2 different provinces. The capital city of Riau is Pekanbaru, and the capital city of Kepulauan Riau is Tanjung Pinang. And both provinces have their own unique and beautiful sceneries.
Now that comes to my mind. I have heard about Capricorn and Bintan Island. Guess they are in Kepulauan Riau as well.
They are. And here's other interesting places in Riau. Istana Siak Sri Indrapura and Candi Muara Takus.
Wow! Thanks to Jasmine for sharing more to us about our provinces. Well, anyway, who is our next speaker?
Our next speaker is a talented musician, and today he is coming up with a speech. Let's welcome
Kenshiro Leowardi!
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Do you have dreams? If so, please raise up your hand. Thank you. And have you ever dreamed about something that you want to pursue, but at the end of the day you feel discouraged and stop pursuing that dream? Raise your hand if you ever felt that. Thank you. Let me tell you, realize it or not, dream is part of our life. Before I talk more about it, let me introduce myself first. My name is Kenshiro and I will talk about why it is so important if we do not give up on our dreams. So listen up. I know that we all have dreams, but how often do we make them come true? I understand that many of us have big dreams. However, as we grow a little older and after hitting obstacles and failure, we start to stop believing in ourselves and lose our faith and ambitions. We either forget our dreams and our dreams become frank. Let us reflect back to our own life. How many times have people told us that we cannot succeed? How many times have people laughed at our dreams and tried to discourage us? Probably many times, right? If we give up on our dreams, we might not be happy and feel life could be different if we did not give up. As we walk through life, I am aware that we could fall down many times. We may fail, and that's okay. That is okay. Remember that life is a process of becoming. As we go through life to find ourselves to become our unique self, to every little thing we do, to every word we say, to every action we take, we are meant to discover more and more about ourselves, about our inner journey, our life path, and about the purpose and meaning of our own life. If we children are allowed to dream, grown-up people can dream too, no matter what other people say. If you believe you can succeed and do not listen to anyone who says otherwise, with persistence, discipline, and faith in yourself, you can surely succeed. One important lesson that I've learned in my life is to never ever give up. Remember to always persevere. If we fall down, then get back up and try again. It doesn't matter if it is the first time or the millionth time, we must always get back up again. Regardless of what challenge you are facing, you have to keep pushing forward. We can do it, right? If we give up on our dreams, we might not be happy and feel life could be different if we did not give up. From my experience, I've been learning piano since I was 3 years old. Learning piano sometimes could be hard, and piano takes time to practice, and it's not gonna be easy. Even if you got the skill, but if you do not practice hard, it is useless. I always keep in mind that how good I'll be after I practice more, and that motivates myself until now. As I picked the quote from Winston Churchill that say, "When you are going through hell, keep on going, never, never, never give up." I hope this speech inspires us to follow our dreams, breaking our own limits, and never easily give up the journey to our success. Please follow after me. I will dare to dream. I can follow my dream. I can break my own limits to the successful life. I will never give up. Thank you all, and see you on the top.
Impressive, Tanshio.
As a growing young teen, I always believe in the hidden potential in every single one of us. You know, Jessica, in Indonesia, we have so many great natural resources. The next province we are going to is Jambi and Bengkulu.
I never went to both of the provinces. Tell me the unique facts about them, Cleona.
Well, Jambi, although it's a not very big city, yet it has the longest river in Sumatra Island, which is Sungai Batanghari, and Bengkulu has one of the strongest British forts in the eastern region, second only to Fort St. George in India. Its name is Fort Marlborough.
Knowing all these new things really made me excited, and now I am even more excited to welcome our next performance. Before they will bring us to one of the most historical places in Medan, our hometown city.
Ladies and gentlemen, get ready to have a virtual walk in the Chong Afi Mansion with Surgeon Justin Rusli and Lieutenant Colonel Gillian Rusli.
Hello everybody, my name is Justin Rusli,
And my name is Gillian Rusley.
along with the event of SMLTALK Youth 2022.
Welcome to the introduction of one of the most historical places in Medan. Today we will be visiting a very popular tourist place and a very historical place in Medan.
It is located at Ahmad Yani Street, previously Kesawan, in Medan, Indonesia. And it is now a museum.
Can you guess what it is? It is the Chong
Afi
Afi
Mansion.
Mansion.
Chong Afi Mansion is a mansion where somebody really famous lived, and it is now a museum.
Can you guess what it is? It is the Chong Afi.
Chong Afi is a really successful businessman and is known to not differentiate people from race and religion and etc.
The mansion is made from 1895 and it is finished in the 1900s. And it is made for his third wife wedding gift.
The mansion has 35 rooms and 2 stories.
The mansion has Chinese, Malay and Art decor as its architecture style. And the furniture is from all different parts of the world.
Chong Afi was born in 1860 in Guangdong, China, and sadly passed away in 1921 because of a brain apoplexy.
Chong Afi came from family in Guangdong, China. He helped his father running his father's shop. To seek a better life, at 18 years old, he decided to follow his brother who came to Indonesia, where his brother came 5 years before him.
After a couple of years of living in Indonesia, he became a successful businessman with a plantation business with over 10,000 employees.
Without further ado, let's go start on the guide tour. Okay, and before we go into the Chong Afi mansion, we gotta buy tickets so we can get in, and you can also call a guide to guide you the whole mansion. And now we're in front of the Chong Afi mansion, and before we get inside, we can take temperature and hand sanitizer first.
Okay,
Let's go in.
okay, now let's go in.
Here we are inside of the Chong Afi mansion.
And as you can see, it is really spacious.
Yes.
And to the left,
To the left,
we have
over
a family picture of Chong
Chong
Afi
Afi.
and his family.
In this picture, he is actually 60 years old, and that's his wife. And moving on to here, this is actually Chong Afi in his 40s, wearing an imperial Mandarin robes.
While during the Qing dynasty.
Yeah.
Let's go
Let's
to
go
the
to-
other room. And this is the living room decorated with Malay architecture, and as you can see, there are Sultan Delhis from different generations. And as you can see in this picture, the Chong Afi descendants and the Sultan Delhi descendants are still in a good relationship.
Until now. And as we can see over there, there is the tradition for Malay, and if they have like meeting or something, they will give that to the guest, and it's a tradition, and it's a very nice tradition. And moving on to here,
And this is the living room with European style decoration. And as you can see there and there are Chong Afi pictures with his wife. And this is a partition made in China. It is believed that
the front door
and the back door may not be aligned, so they must have this partition. We put this partition so that if they are aligned, the success does not come from the front door and leave behind the back door.
let's go moving on.
And this is the next room.
Yeah. And this is actually the Chong Afi personal office. And as you can see, there's the telephone, the safety box, and all his stuff for working. And that's a dragon cane. As you can see, that is actually his cane to walk. And as you can see over there too, there's luggage. There's a real Chong Afi luggage. So he bring his clothes and all that stuff if he go to business traveling. And right over here, as you can see, there's newspaper. This is real newspaper and back in the days. And over here, we have the picture with all his Batavia Bank peoples, and this is actually his right man business. Okay, let's move on to here.
And here is the open air courtyard. As you can see, it is really big, and there is a hole here so that it is believed that air and light circulation happens here, and success comes from the sky down to the house. And as you can see, these rocks are still the real thing and it is still original.
And it's also very steady.
And there are a couple of rooms that we cannot record because it is not able to be recorded, and if you want to see it, you must come here in person.
And now let's move on to the second floor. And here we are in the second floor. And as you can see, this is the ballroom or the dancing hall. And Chong Afi used this room for parties or some dancing. So this is the celebration of the room. And also, as you can see, there are some pictures in this wall. And we start from here. This is actually Chong Afi's first daughter. This is her at 18 years old. And moving on to here, this is the photo of Chong Afi's first daughter and all his children. And over here, this is actually the Chong Afi's first daughter and his husband, family and all. And moving on to here, this is actually when Chong Afi's first daughter is 8 years old and she writes the book Memories of a Nyonya. And this is her when she and her husband. Okay, and let's go to here.
And these are other pictures of Chong Afi's family. And let's go there. This is how it looked like when it was built, this room. As you can see, some of the stuff are not here anymore.
And it is kept by their families.
This is the picture of Chong Afi's full family, but at the time of this picture was taken, he has already passed away.
And this is the sixth child room. And as you can see, wow, there are 3 descendants of the sixth child. They all play go-karts and they all win, and it's so amazing. There's so many trophies that they win. And also, as you can see in front just now, all the trophies belong to them over there. And there are also trophies in there.
Okay, now let's go to the next room.
And here is the 7th child room. As you can see, it's kind of modern because the 7th child sadly passed away in 2001. So it's kind of modern already. As you can see, they have a sink, a waterfall, and the chairs are more modern than all the other kind of chair. And the 7th child actually married a golfer. As you can see, the golfer is so fantastic that she even won the hole-in-one. Later we will show you the prize because it's in the back. And moving on to here.
Right below us there is an altar, and this block of wood was constructed so that it prevents people from stepping on top of the altar.
Yeah. And this is actually the resting area for the family. So there's lots of chair, and look at this. It's so fantastic. They won so many prizes, and as you can see over here, this is the hole-in-one prize. And over there are actually the real golf clubs, and it is here. This is the original, the real one. And it is still in here until today. And usually the families sit over here or they watch the children play in the back. So it's also in here, so the children play at the back and they sit in here, chit chat and chill.
And here is the juvenile. And if you did not know, Chong Afi was crowned mayor because he was the leader of the Chinese people in Medan. And so they had a 30-day celebration for his success. And these are the pictures.
Okay, moving on to the next room. And over here, this is actually the real painting of the Unimat student. They paint the whole corner of this house, and it is so cool. This is all the corner also in there. This is the garden just now that we passed, and these are all the corner in the house. It's so cool.
And these are pictures of one of the descendants of Chong Afi, Madam Mimi, with some people from all over the world. And let's go to the next room.
And over here, this is actually the guest room, as you can see, and there's some picture of the 7th child with his family. Do you know why did they put the picture in the guest room? Because they ever lived in here. And these are the 7th child daughter. Yep. And that is her family and all of the pictures.
And this is the bed with some more pictures.
And there's also a vanity here, some chair to sit, relax, and the closet. Let's move on.
And these are the pictures of Chong Afi's 4th child and his family. The 4th child of Chong Afi is actually the parent of just now's Madam Mimi. And there are some ornaments and more pictures.
Okay, and this is Madam Mimi's sister-in-law boutique store. And it's actually open for business too. It's open for public. So if you're interested in this, you can come to Chong Afi. You can take a look. If you like it, you can buy it. Yeah, the designs are pretty. And let's move on to the next room.
Okay, and this is actually the 5th child's gallery. And as you can see, she actually married with a Belgian man. So they have Belgian descendants, as you can see in this family tree. And
that's her children and grandchildren is over here. As you can see, that's her with her grandchildren. And as you can see over there, that is actually her wedding dress. And this is her husband's wedding suit, and this is her wedding dress. And as you can see, she is very skinny. And over here, she's the first person to open a music school in Indonesia. The music school is named Medan Music School Foundation. And they got a lot of certificate and a lot of recognition for her music school. And she also played the piano. As you can see, at the first floor in the first one, there has a piano, and that is actually hers.
Okay, and this is the kitchen. As you can see, there's an oven, kettle, and here.
These are usually used for cooking. We can put something inside, then it will light a fire, and there's only one way for the smoke to go out, which is through that thing to go up. So later they will combine inside, and the smoke will come up from the top. And these are actually the real one. It's made out of clay, and these are all the real things that they use to cook. And over here we have the oven, and these are used for making hamburgers or something like that. And over the stairs there will be a laundry room, so we do the laundry on top. Okay, moving on to the next room. Okay, and here's another room.
And this one is the gallery for the 4th child's son, the 12th son. So this is the son.
And actually, the 12th son opened this to become the visit place for tourists and all the people. But sadly, he passed away. So this became the 12th, the 11th child of the 4th child. So that is where Madam Mimi and is now living in this home. And that's actually the office, the real office of the 12th child. And there's also a photo of his grandfather and grandmother, Chong Afi and Mrs. Chong Afi.
And this is the library. There are different types of books, history, dictionaries, biography, and etc. as you can see. And there are some more pictures of the family. And let's go to the next part of the house. Okay, and if you remember, Chong Afi passed away in 1921, and this on February 4th, 2021 is the 100th year of Chong Afi's death. So they commemorated this last year. And here there's Chong Afi's testament. This is the
Real one?
This is the real one, and that one is the translated version. So let's go here. And in a couple of these testaments, it is said to give his wealth to the students who are gifted and etc. to let them use the wealth to make the schools better.
Yeah. And over here we have the family tree of Chong Afi. As you can see, Chong Afi have 3 wives. The first wife, they don't have any child, but they adopted. So we're not gonna say that anymore. And there's also second, and this is the one the mention is given to Madam Lee Koi Yap. And they have 7 child, as you can see. And this is the first one, that's now at the dancing hall, and all the other child.
And for these crosses, they are sadly already deceased, so don't get it confused. And let's go to the next room. Okay, and this is Chong Afi's tomb in Pulau Barayan. We do not know the specific location, but yeah, this is the picture of the tomb.
Yeah. And actually, a lot of people carried this tomb to go to Pulau Barayan from here to there. So, and a lot of people are sad because he passed away, because he helped really lots of people. And yeah, this is the tomb in there. Okay, let's move on to the next one.
And as you can see here, there is the residence of Chong Afi in China. This one, the pictures already have color because when it was taken in 1990s. So at the time, photos with colors are already invented. And right here, after going through all of the rooms, you're probably tired, so you can sit down here or there and enjoy a nice cup of coffee or tea. And you can press this bell to call the person here and make some tea.
And that's the end of the tour. I hope you guys enjoy it. And if you guys are interested in coming here, there are the tickets, and these are the tickets. And Mr. and Mrs. Chong Afi actually have written a motto. The motto is, "There on earth where I stand, I hold the sky.
Success and glory consist in not what I have gotten, but in what I have given."
Okay, and that's the end of this virtual SML1 tour about the Chong Afi. I hope you guys enjoy it. My name is Jillian Rusley.
And my name is Justin Rusley.
Happy Children's Day, SML1, making you better you.
I felt as if I was enjoying the Chong Afi mansion together with both of them.
Yes, it has been some time since I've visited the mansions, and the mansions is still great with the care and historical value. That's such an extraordinary.
It's always amazing to be able to learn about the history of our home. Anyway, Jasmine and Jessica, we still have lots of surprises for our fans who are now watching. We have not only amazing speakers waiting to share their amazing stories, but also fantastic performers who couldn't wait to entertain and amaze everyone.
Yeah, this is very exciting. I really cannot wait to watch them all. I could do this the whole day. And of course, this event won't be successful as today if it's not because the support from our partner. This event is supported by
Now, it's the time for us to witness a singing performance by a vocal group by Orator Society Trainees, who has been practiced a lot for today. Let's welcome
Maverick, Demiko, and Delisa!
Hi,
I'm Demiko.
I'm Delisa.
I'm Maverick, and today
And
we're
today
gonna sing
Aku Bisa.
Please enjoy.
Kadang ku takut dan gugup, dan ku merasa oh tak sanggup melihat tantangan di sekitarku. Aku merasa tak mampu,
Namun ku tak mau menyerah. Aku tak ingin berputus asa. Dengan gagah berani aku melangkah dan berkata aku bisa. Aku bisa, aku pasti bisa. Ku harus terus berusaha. Bila ku gagal itu tak mengapa. Setidaknya ku telah mencoba. Aku bisa, aku pasti bisa. Ku tak mau berputus asa. Coba terus coba sampai ku bisa. Aku pasti bisa.
namun ku tak mau menyerah. Aku tak ingin berputus asa. Dengan gagah berani aku melangkah dan berkata aku bisa. Aku bisa, aku pasti bisa. Ku harus terus berusaha. Bila ku gagal itu tak mengapa. Setidaknya aku telah mencoba. Aku bisa, aku pasti bisa. Ku tak mau berputus asa. Coba terus coba sampai ku bisa. Aku pasti bisa. Aku bisa, aku pasti bisa. Harus terus berusaha. Bila ku gagal itu tak mengapa. Setidaknya ku tak mencoba. Aku bisa, aku pasti bisa. Ku tak mau berputus asa. Coba terus coba sampai ku bisa. Aku pasti bisa. Thank you.
Wow, I'm touched listening to beautiful voices.
Totally agreed. So far, I have liked each and every performance. If I'm asked to choose, I really can't. Besides, we get to experience visiting historical places and icons of our own country, Indonesia. Talking about historical landmarks, let me tell you about these two provinces in Sumatera, Jessica. Sumatera Selatan has been keeping a lot of historical values since it was the center of Kerajaan Sriwijaya. It is believed that the heart of society during the time was in Taman Purbakala, Kerajaan Sriwijaya.
Wow, what about another province?
The other one is Lampung. It has several historical landmarks. But let me tell you about Monument Krakatau, which is built to remember the eruption of Krakatau volcano in 1883. It was one of the worst volcanic eruptions in human history.
Oh, Jasmine, you know what? I don't get to watch a great performance, but I am also getting a lot of new knowledge today.
The world is full of unlimited possibilities, right? Now, let's get to our 7th performance. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Selby's turn!
Saya ingin kaya, saya ingin kebebasan, saya ingin kebahagiaan, saya ingin mencapai cita-cita saya ingin menjadi lebih hebat. Semua orang pasti memiliki ambisi yang ingin mereka capai, atau hal yang ingin mereka lakukan. Tetapi di balik ambisi itu, pasti ada beberapa rintangan yang harus mereka lalui. Semua orang pasti memiliki masalah, kesulitan, ketakutan, atau pengalaman pahit. Memang, terkadang hal itu membuat kita menjadi takut untuk melangkah. Kita takut diejek, takut direndahkan, takut gagal, dan masih banyak hal yang sering kita takuti. Namun, jangan biarkan hal itu menarik diri Anda menjadi takut untuk melangkah. Tapi, dorong diri Anda dan tantang diri Anda sendiri untuk menjadi lebih hebat. Karena Anda sudah berdiri sampai hari ini. Tidak mungkin kan Anda mau langsung menyerah begitu saja? Jika Anda menerima hinaan, ambil hal itu menjadi pendorong untuk membuat Anda menjadi lebih hebat. Jika Anda menerima ketidakadilan, ambil hal itu menjadi pendorong untuk membuat Anda menjadi lebih kuat dan melawan ketidakadilan itu. Anda diciptakan dengan hak untuk membela diri Anda sendiri. Apakah tindakan orang lain merugikan Anda atau tidak? Semuanya ada di tangan Anda. Ingat, lidah Anda diciptakan untuk Anda berbicara. Jadi, keluarkan suara Anda dengan lantang agar dunia mendengarkan suara Anda. Ingat, karbon yang ada di dalam tubuh Anda adalah karbon yang sama yang mengalir di bumi ini, yang membentuk Gunung Everest dan Gunung Fuji. Biarkan hal ini mengingatkan Anda bahwa Anda bisa berdiri dengan tegak dan berdiri dengan kuat seperti gunung-gunung besar itu. Ingat, tulang yang ada di dalam tubuh Anda sekuat granit. Tidak ada satupun hal yang dapat menghancurkan diri Anda. Jadi, jika Anda merasa Anda menanggung beban yang begitu berat, ingatkan diri Anda sendiri. Kalau Anda lebih kuat dari apa yang Anda kira, karena tidak ada satupun beban yang dapat menghancurkan diri Anda. Dengan begitu, sudah seharusnya Anda bangga dengan diri Anda dalam setiap aspek. Ingat, jangan takut untuk memiliki ambisi. Jangan membiarkan orang lain membuat ambisi Anda sirna. Karena bukan orang lain yang bertanggung jawab atas hidup Anda, tapi Anda sendiri yang bertanggung jawab atas hidup Anda. Siapa lagi yang akan melakukannya kalau bukan Anda? Saya yakin diri Anda yang ada di masa depan akan bangga melihat diri Anda yang sekarang. Jadi, saya yakin Anda hebat, Anda pasti bisa. Majulah, keluarkan suara Anda dengan lantang, dan tunjukkan kemampuan Anda, karena Anda pasti bisa.
Wow, 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 another speech and more awesome content.
The speech reminds me of the next province I want to talk about, Cleona.
What is it, Jasmine? Is it still on Sumatra Island?
Partly yes or no. It's Kepulauan Bangka Belitung. You know, it is one of the provinces that consists of two main islands, Pulau Bangka and Pulau Belitung. This province has hundreds of small islands, and among those, only 470 islands have been named.
Oh yes, I got what you mean. Speech is not coming just from one big topic, but the small details and the way Selby delivered it were just like those islands in Bangka Belitung and making it more beautiful.
Indeed, and here we go, Cleona. For our next performance, let's welcome Louislyn Norimba!
If it doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you. Everyone, at least once in their lifetime, must have experienced learning or doing something new. Be it learning how to cook, how to clean, how to do business, how to code, and so on. A lot of people have the misconception of thinking that stepping out of your comfort zone means to do something extraordinarily big, when in reality, something as simple as waking up earlier than you usually do can be an example of stepping out of your comfort zone. Exercising and eating healthier foods while you usually don't, or trying to socialize with people despite your close personality can all be examples of stepping out of your comfort zone. A comfort zone is a place or situation where one feels safe, at ease, or without stress. And it's no surprise why many people want to stay there. I mean, it's nice, there's no pressure, there's no burden, and most importantly, you don't feel uncomfortable and you're not put in bad situations or positions. But staying in your comfort zone will also mean that you're not challenging yourself, you're not exploring new things, you're not learning new things, and you're not making sure that you're going to be the better version of yourself. A comfort zone is a beautiful place, but nothing ever grows there. If you keep staying in one place for a long period of time, you will have difficulty moving forwards in the future. I myself have multiple experiences of stepping out of my comfort zone. Let me share with you a story about me and my hobby. I love volleyball, but when I first started learning how to play volleyball, my stamina was so bad. I would be out of breath after only 15 minutes of playing. And let me tell you how disappointed I was. But I realized I've got to do something about this, rather than just being sad about it. So I decided to step out of my comfort zone. When I usually wake up at 9 in the morning, I woke up 1 hour earlier to exercise. Of course, at first, it was hard for me to do so because it was uncomfortable and I wasn't used to it. However, I was determined to be better at volleyball. I keep exercising and challenging myself to do harder exercises so that I can boost my stamina. Before I know it, I can already play volleyball for 45 minutes long, from 15 minutes to 45 minutes. That is something I've never imagined myself being able to accomplish. But I am very proud and satisfied with myself for stepping out of my comfort zone. Another one of my experiences of stepping out of my comfort zone is learning public speaking. Public speaking to me is a very scary thing to do, even until today. The reason for this is because I'm a very quiet and introverted person. Interacting with others is already uncomfortable for me. Interacting with a larger group of people was definitely way out of my comfort zone. I remember that when I first spoke in front of people in my public speaking class, my body was so stiff and I could hardly compose any sentences. But as time went by, I pretty much got the hang of it. Things started becoming easier and easier for me. Like how I was determined to be better at volleyball, I was also determined to be better in public speaking. I believe that public speaking can immensely benefit my future. So, from those stories I shared earlier, there's only one purpose why I decided to step out of my comfort zone, and that is to be better. Ladies and gentlemen, stepping out of your comfort zone is challenging. It'll be uncomfortable and there'll be a lot of pressure. But I promise you, stepping out of your comfort zone will expand your capabilities and transform you into the best version of yourself. Remember, if it doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you. Thank you.
Incredible performance, Luislyn. It was very refreshing to listen to Luislyn's speech.
Yes, it's as if I want to keep on listening to her speech.
Anyway, guys, let's share our happiness with our friends out there. For everyone who is watching, you can join us on donating books. All the books that are collected will go to a library that is in need. And you can send the book that you want to donate to SML1 headquarters at Jalan Timur.
Yay! And now, to accompany the amazing performances, now we will be visiting another province together virtually. It's Banten and Jawa Barat. Anyone has ever heard about them before?
Yes. You know what? Banten and Jawa Barat were once in the same province. They were separated in the year of 2000 into two different provinces. And now, they are standing on their own.
Yes, that's right. Banten is famous for its Jembatan Air Wangsakara. It is a bridge with the largest batik pattern in Indonesia and is even recorded in Muri Record.
Wow, that's wonderful! And talking about Jawa Barat, this song just came into my mind. Halo Halo Bandung, Ibu Kota Periangan.
Halo Halo Bandung song from Jawa Barat.
Yes, exactly. There is also a historical monument in Jawa Barat called Monumen Perjuangan Jawa Barat, or is known as Monju. It is built as a landmark and as a symbol of sacrifices by the people in Jawa Barat.
Wow, it must be very beautiful. Indonesia is really beautiful and diverse. I will visit all places in Indonesia someday and feel the beauty of my own country.
Me too! Alright, now who do we have next?
Aha! Next, we are going to enjoy a lovely piano performance from a lovely trainee from Orator Society Junior. Let's welcome Madeline Gerwas!
Hi, my name is Madeline. I'm 9 years old. Today I'm gonna play a song in the piano. The song is made by Friedrich Burgmüller and the title is Arabesque. Let's enjoy it! Thank you for watching and happy Children's Day!
Top-notch performance! The melody is flowing so beautifully.
Wow, bless my ear. I felt so peaceful while listening to each and every note.
Just by the way, we have been to quite some places, but there is one special one we have not explored. It is the capital city of Indonesia,
Jakarta!
Yes, correct. Jakarta is a really big city. I have been there a lot of times.
Something caught my attention when I visited Jakarta is how I can spot bajai everywhere. Besides being just one of the transportation, bajai is also one of the icons in Jakarta. The bajai driver often uses bajai not only as the source of income, but also as a shelter.
Oh wow, that's really unique. It is new, fresh information. I'm always in awe whenever we talk about Jakarta. Also, thanks to SMLTALK Youth 2022 this year for broadening my insights about our home Indonesia.
Yes, Besides broadening insights about Indonesia, we also get to watch spectacular performances. So, Cleona, who do we have next in the list?
Our next speaker is someone who always tries to be all out in his performance. Let's welcome Welton Patmo Asmolo.
Hello everyone, my name is Welton Patmo Asmolo. Today, I'm going to talk about anything is possible. First of all, let me ask, what is anything is possible? Easy. Let me give an example. Today, we are regular people with regular background. However, in the future, we may become a millionaire, a beggar, or even stay the same. One thing that we need to remember is that for something to happen, efforts are needed. Take my own experience as proof. In the beginning, I have never thought about taking part in the speech competition held by SML1. Then, suddenly, my mother informed me that I would be participating in the speech competition. I was nervous and worried. I was nervous because I still had not gotten any ideas of what to write, even though there were a list of topics given. I was also worried because the topic that I would choose may not be favorable to the judge. After a lot of searching and plenty of guides from my mother, I finally managed to write my own speech. Then came the day of the recording. Instead of successfully recording myself in one attempt, it took me a few tries as I kept messing up during the recording process. I either had forgotten my lines or spoke the wrong words. It was annoying, but I still had to make sure the speech was perfect before it could be submitted. On the day of submission, I have no expectations to win, nor the desire to know the results. Not long after, I remembered my mother coming back home happily, looking for me just to tell me that I had passed the first stage. I could not believe my ears. I have never expected to pass the first stage, yet here I was, hearing the news about it. From my experience, we can see that anything is possible. Another example of anything is possible is the invention of post-it notes. Spencer Silver, a researcher at 3M Laboratories, was working in his lab without stopping to invent a stronger adhesive. Instead of being successful, he accidentally invented a weaker adhesive that can stick to objects but can be pulled without damaging the objects or leave any residue onto the object. A few years later, his invention was used by his friend to stitch small notes in his car hymnal. More colleagues started to borrow some of the adhesive, and that was how post-it notes were born. It can be concluded that anything is possible because a research that meant to invent a stronger adhesive led to the invention of a weaker adhesive. Therefore, to all of the friends who have been listening to my speech, I suggest that you put an effort in everything that you do, because you might not know what is going to happen next. Once you put an effort in everything you do, good things will come your way. Whether you are expecting it to happen or not, you will be greatly surprised by the results. Another thing that I would like to add is that we should try not to give up when we are doing something. If we give up halfway, we will not achieve anything. If we fail, we have to keep on trying, because the failure can teach us not to do the same mistake anymore. Thank you everyone for listening to my speech. Remember that anything is possible. Awesome speech brought amazing by Wharton.
Well, Jasmine, can you guess how many times I've said wow since the beginning of this event up until now?
I bet it will be more than 10 times.
Of course, I can't even count it. I've been wowing all the time. Besides the performance today, I've been very amazed about the new insights on the unlimited cool facts that we discovered today about our own country, Indonesia. And now, I am very thrilled to go to the next one.
Right, me too. So where do we go now?
Next, let's go to Jawa Tengah in Semarang. Jawa Tengah, there is this ancient yet very famous building which was used as the head office of Dutch East Indies Railway.
Oh yes, the building itself looks very nice.
Oh, have you been there?
Of course not. Hey, I browsed it on the internet.
Anyway, Jasmine, we have a lot of fun today, don't you think so?
Yes, of course. Not only fun, but we get to watch amazing speeches, performances, and virtual tours.
Yeah, right. Let's take this chance to also thank our partners who have supported SMLTALK Youth 2022. This event is supported by
Okay, now I have a fun fact, Jasmine. If Lawang Sewu was built, then there is one place which is formed naturally. It's called Goa Jomblang from Yogyakarta. It is formed because there is an amount of soil collapsing and some other geological process. In fact, it is very beautiful there in Goa Jomblang. A lot of people went there to take pictures.
Wow, it will definitely be in one of my lists now.
Me too. Well, we have just enjoyed talking about the beauty in Indonesia. It reminded me again of how much blessings that we have got, right?
Yes, agree, Jessica. I'm also very grateful for being able to join SMLTALK Youth 2022. And by the way, it's time for us to watch another performance.
The next performance is coming from someone who is always well prepared, and every time he is going to deliver a speech.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Lieutenant General Reynard Foster.
Saya sangat ingin menciptakan perubahan. Namun di sanalah datang si keraguan, si kebimbangan, si ketakutan, si minder dan bestis-bestisnya mendobrak masuk ke benak, memengaruhi pikiran kita, dan akhirnya semua tinggal angan belaka. Pemirsa, pernahkah hal-hal seperti ini terjadi kepada Anda? Jika iya, lantas kapan perubahan bisa hadir? Keraguan dan bestisnya memang punya tipu daya tersendiri dalam memengaruhi kita. Ia membuat kita bertanya kembali tentang terobosan yang telah kita pikirkan sebelumnya, menciptakan skenario-skenario buruk, dan mendapati sebuah kerisauan di hati akan adanya penolakan yang didapati dari orang-orang sekitar. Dan puncaknya, ia berbisik padamu, sudah, lupakan saja, dan semua meninggalkan angan belaka. Saya sendiri juga pernah menjadi korban dari si keraguan dan bestis-bestisnya ini. Tepat pada saat itu adalah 1 bulan sebelum perayaan Hari Guru tahun 2020. Terpikir oleh saya sebuah proyek yang hendak dipersiapkan dengan teman-teman di Orator Society Youth. Akan ada 2 persembahan yang kami bawakan. Pertama adalah video menyanyikan lagu bertemakan Hari Guru yang masing-masing teman akan menyanyikan bagian masing-masing dan nantinya dirangkum dalam satu video. Lalu ada sebuah slide presentasi yang berisikan ungkapan rasa terima kasih kami sebagai trainee di Orator Society Youth kepada trainer-trainer kami. Ide yang sangat cemerlang pikirku di awalnya. Namun di saat itulah si keraguan dan bestis-bestisnya datang kepada saya. Si keraguan berbisik kepadaku, "Kamu yakin kamu bisa menghandle proyek seperti ini? Emang kamu ada waktu?" Lalu si kebimbangan juga berbisik padaku, ia berusaha memengaruhiku. "Hei, ini adalah nyanyi loh. Nyanyi. Apakah kamu tidak merasa malu jika para trainer mendengar suaramu yang sumbang itu?" Lalu si keraguan berkata padaku, "Lagian teman-temanmu itu, apakah mereka mau membantumu? Dan ini juga nyanyi loh. Kamu bahkan belum pernah bertemu mereka secara langsung. Tetapi apakah kamu yakin mereka mau gitu bernyanyi untuk menyelesaikan proyek kamu? Sudah, lupakan saja." Jujur, saya sempat merasa tidak percaya lagi akan proyek ini. Para keraguan dan bestis-bestisnya itu benar-benar bisa memengaruhi aku sampai segitunya. Lalu aku pun berpikir, mungkin semua ini tinggal anganku belaka. Aku biarkan semangat yang sudah sangat menggebu-gebu terbiar tanpa bisa tersalur. Namun tiba-tiba sebuah titik terang muncul. Pada saat itu terkilas balik sebuah memori di 2019 tentang Sir Dimas. Sir Dimas di tahun itu pernah menyatakan bahwasannya dia ingin ada loh gitu sebuah grup di mana semua trainee-trainee di Orator Society Youth bisa berkumpul dan membentuk suatu lingkaran pertemanan yang kompak dan sehat. Dan pada saat itu yang beliau pernah katakan belum pernah terwujud. Sontak kilas balik itu benar-benar memberikan saya dukungan moral dan dorongan yang begitu kuat untuk segera mensosialisasikan proyek ini. Akhirnya saya gapai handphone saya dan saya membentuk sebuah grup di WhatsApp dan saya membeberkan apa yang saya pikirkan tentang proyek ini kepada teman-teman. Menariknya, proyek ini mendapatkan dukungan yang sangat baik dari teman-teman. Respon dari mereka juga sangat suportif. Dan akhirnya semua setuju untuk mempersiapkan apa yang telah kupikirkan sebelumnya. Selama 1 bulan ke depan, kami benar-benar menuangkan semangat dan upaya kami yang semaksimal mungkin agar proyek ini bisa berjalan dan menuai hasil yang sangat positif. Namun saat hampir selesai proyek ini, tinggal menyisakan satu kepingan terakhir. Sebenarnya saya juga sempat ragu. Kepingan terakhir ini adalah bagian di mana saya perlu mengumpulkan ungkapan terima kasih dari teman-teman alumni. Di saat itu, teman baiknya si keraguan, si ketakutan menghampiri saya. Ia berbisik seakan-akan mencoba memengaruhiku. Ia mengatakan, "Hei nak, coba kamu lihat list teman-teman yang kamu maksud itu. Kamu dan mereka sudah putus kontak berapa lama? Apakah mereka masih ingin membantumu?" Terpikir olehku, iya, itu sangat benar. Aku benar-benar sudah putus kontak dengan teman-teman tersebut untuk waktu yang sangat lama. Namun saat saya melihat kembali slide presentasi yang sudah hampir rampung itu, ada satu bagian yang bertuliskan, "Dari kami alumni." Terpikir olehku lagi begini, sekarang semua tinggal satu kepingan terakhir. Satu kepingan terakhir. Semua usaha yang telah dituangkan dalam hampir 1 bulan ini tinggal kepingan terakhir ini. Dan saya tidak ingin kepingan terakhir ini tidak jadi hanya karena ketakutan saya. Saya pun memberanikan diri untuk menghubungi teman-teman alumni tersebut. Dan mereka pun setuju untuk membantu saya. Sontak keberhasilan dalam mempersiapkan proyek Hari Guru 2020 menjadikan sebuah momentum yang sangat kuat untuk pembentukan grup OS Youth Trainees. Dan sampai saat ini, OS Youth Trainees masih ada dan berkembang ke arah yang semakin baik lagi. Jika mungkin saya bisa kilas balik ke awal, jika seandainya saya tetap terpengaruh oleh si keraguan dan bestis-bestisnya, maka tidak akan ada OS Youth Trainees hari ini. Jika saya tidak berani melangkah, maka tidak akan ada perayaan proyek Hari Guru tahun 2020. Jadi, pemirsa, melangkahlah. Kita memang tidak bisa meniadakan si keraguan dan bestis-bestisnya ini, namun kita bisa berdamai dengan mereka. Dan kepada para pemirsa sekalian, saya mengatakan bahwa saya sudah melakukannya. Lantas kamu kapan, hei? Apakah kamu ingin semua tinggal angan belaka karena si keraguan dan bestisnya ini? Maka mari kita berdamai dengan mereka. Dan saya katakan lagi, saya telah melakukannya. Lantas kamu kapan, hei?
That was a well-prepared speech from Reynard.
Yes, I agree. I have been watching a lot of performances, and those remind me of Mount Bromo, one of the famous mountains in Indonesia.
The one that is located in Jawa Timur.
It is, Cleona. All the speech made me feel that it's super possible to break the limit we set for ourselves. Just like how the sunrise in Mount Bromo would cleanse up the worries we have in us.
Now that you mention it, I kind of agree with you. Oh, and Jasmine, talking about sunrise, there is also an island which is super famous for sunrise and sunset.
Aha! It is also with the most delicious and famous foods. Many people always visit these islands of gods, Bali.
Yes, Bali! It has been a place with lots of tourists even up to now. Besides food, the heart of Bali lies in tourism industry. One of the most favorite places to go is Pura Uluwatu, Bali.
I have also heard that Pura Uluwatu is also known as a sea temple because it's honor of the gods of the sea, and the temple is located on a top of a cliff that overlooks the Indian Ocean.
That must be so beautiful, right? And when Bali has beautiful tourism places.
Yeah, right. Anyway, I am getting very excited when I see who is on our list or for the next performance.
Oh yes! Next up, we are not only going to be entertained, but we need to really get ready because we are going on a food tour. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a virtual food tour with Lieutenant Colonel Ivaldo Juanda and Kalista Abigail Surya Wijaya.
Welcome to another vlog in SMLTALK Youth 2022.
And today, we are going to be your vlog host.
With me, Kalista Abigail Surya Wijaya, and
with me, Ivaldo Juanda.
As we know, there are a lot of hangout places in Medan with delicious foods.
And today, we are here at Polonia Sky Park. Ta-da!
Do you know that this place is also very Instagrammable?
Yes, and also there are many food stalls, and of course, mostly the food in Medan are delicious.
And also, this is a project from the Medan city government to boost the economy during this COVID-19 pandemic.
That was a great idea, right? Okay, so let's go explore.
So we have arrived at our first stop. We are going to order the drinks first. What would you like to order?
I think I'd like to have the iced coffee and hazelnut.
Then I will have the lemon tea.
So we have already ordered our beverages. So now, let's hunt for more food.
want to try?
Yeah, sure. And this is actually from Penang, so we can eat it from Medan.
What flavor do you want?
I think I have the pandan manis. How about you?
I will have this one, the ori manis.
Alright, let's order.
Okay, so we have ordered the mochi penang. Now we are going to hunt for another menu. Let's go.
We are now here at our third location, Warung Food, Korean snack. What will let you to order?
Let's see the menu.
I think I'll have the tteokbokki mocha. How about
Okay.
you?
I have these two.
Okay.
Moza.
Tteokbokki mocha-nya satu aja.
Boleh pilih level pedasnya, ada level 0, 3, dan 5. Mau yang level berapa untuk
3 aja. Level 3.
Level 3.
Ya.
So we are at our fourth location, which is Rumi Sushi. So we are going to order something.
What do you like from this menu?
This is interesting. It says it's bestseller.
Oh yeah. The tuna mayo plus lemon pie. Okay, let's order. Kak, tuna mayo plus lemon pie-nya satu. Oke, itu aja.
Don't you think we have ordered a lot of food?
Yeah, I think we should I don't think we should order any more favorite food. I think we should need to order the food for the dessert.
Okay, let's go.
We are here at our next location, Offer. Don't try it, but we're going to try it anyway. So let's order. Kak, mau order Nutella kejunya satu. Two.
I also.
Oke, dua. Our food has arrived, so now let's enjoy them. Are you thirsty? Even though it's already 3 o'clock past, I still drink coffee.
Even though it is just a lemon tea, but it feels so refreshing.
Yeah, it is. I don't think I can live without coffee. Coffee is my life. So you try the lemon?
There's a lot of the sauce.
Yeah. It is unusual that it was so much sauce, right? Yeah. Frost. Yeah. It feels like that I had a lot in my mouth. So many. It gave us so many pop. I think you should try the mochi.
What flavor do you have?
I have the pandan, sweet pandan. How about you?
Mine is the original, the sweet original.
I heard from people say that the mochi is very delicious. So let's try. Not bad. The peanut in the mochi actually makes the food very, how do I say, very good, right?
Yes.
And if you want extra peanut, you can have it. I like mine very much.
The waffle is also actually very nice since it's still warm.
Yeah. The last time I ate it, I don't think it was very different. I think because they're from different restaurants, different spots. You can actually taste the favorite taste from the cheese. And also the sweetness from the Nutella, so it's like a nano. I recommend you guys try this one. The offer is very good. There's actually one spoon. Do you want to try it?
It's okay, you try first.
Or I can just do food.
This one.
Oh, yeah. Before we both can taste it. You can see, very delicious.
This is tteokbokki mozzarella. There's a lot of cheese in it. You can see. It looks very tempting. Let's try it.
Oh god. The cheese already. The cheese still on this one. Oh god. Very good. I was hoping for more of a cheese pool, but I guess it worked. Even though we ordered a level 3, it's really not that spicy. So you guys can try it. I also forgot to mention the location of the place. It's at Jalan Imam Bonjol and beside at the Bologna at the airport. So you can come visit here and test the food that we have tried. What is your favorite?
So far, I like the waffle the most.
I think I like the sushi more. And do you think we can order another meal after this?
I don't know, let's see.
Let's see if our stomach can still contain the dessert after this. I think this is breast cake, yeah.
As you guys can see, there are a lot of mentai sauce on it.
You can have the last one. This one has a lot of the mentai sauce. There are a lot of toppings on the tteokbokki that I haven't tried before. Like this one. Oh god.
Yes, it's not only tteokbokki inside. There's a lot more like the fish cakes.
Fish cake and also meatball wrapped in like teriyaki. I think that one is a recipe.
This tteokbokki.
Yeah. Well, I bet the sauce is so spicy. This is only the topping. Oh god. A little spicy.
Wow, I feel so full. Are you full?
Yeah, I think I might fall into a food coma. But you know what? I think we need to have one more dessert.
Yes. There's always room for dessert.
Okay,
Let's go.
Let's go. We are here at our last location, F Green Potong Singapore. And you know there's always different for our room. So, do you want to order?
Yes,
Yeah.
we are going to order some desserts.
Apa ya bang? Kak?
Yang potong roti, yang Oreo satu.
Yang potong roti, yang pokat satu.
Oke. Dan
Here is our ice cream. Mine is the Oreo one.
Mine is the avocado one.
It tastes very yummy.
And also yours have Oreo chunks.
Yes.
And also the bread is also colorful. The first time I see bread like this. It's very delicious. And if you would like some, you can come to Polonia Sky Park to buy for yourself this type. It's very good.
So that was our trip in Polonia Sky Park. What do you think, everyone?
We hope that you enjoy it, and as you know, SMLTALK Youth 2022 is an event to remind Children's Day.
Where through this video, we would like to say
Happy National Children's Day!
SML1,
Making you better you!
Bye-bye!
2 thumbs up. I have been holding myself from ordering food now. The food tour is super engaging that I forgot I have just eaten.
Yeah, me too. Besides showing delicious food, it is also increasing my knowledge about the culinary world in Indonesia.
Did you see how Ivaldo and Kalista were telling a lot about the food they're having in Polonia Sky Park?
I guess they're having a lot of fun too. Now that we have watched the vlog, my stomach is calling for food again.
Aha! Talking about food, do you know about bubur palopo?
Nope. Tell us about it. I am sure the audience also wants to know.
Sure, bubur palopo comes from the Nusantara Barat, and it originally was from the ancestor there who has revised the recipe so many times and was passed from generation to generations. Since it is made of condensed milk, cow milk, besides its unique taste, it is used for a stamina booster.
That seems interesting. Well, if that is about Nusa Tenggara Barat, I have something very cool to tell you guys about Nusa Tenggara Timur.
What's that?
It's the famous Wairebo village. In Flores, Nusa Tenggara Timur. Wairebo is known as heaven above the clouds. And it is located at 1,200 meters above the sea level and is the one of the most beautiful traditional villages in Indonesia.
Oh wow! I think if we go there, we could almost touch the clouds.
Yeah, and another fun fact that is that the village has only 7 main houses which have a uniquely cone shape.
Wow, the view there must be very breathtaking. Today I have so many added lists to the places I have to visit.
Me too. And as for the next performance, we're gonna move our bodies together.
Woohoo! Coming next, we are going to enjoy a dance performance from
Freya Anastasia Chandri.
Hi everyone, my name is Freya. Today I'm going to dance cover Step Back. First Step Back song is about tough woman and strong woman. Let's be strong together. Bring it up. Music start.
You must step back. 어딜 봐. 누가 누구라고 날 지켜. 이쯤에서 물러나고 있다는 게 좋을까? 아니 말이 안 먹혀 올라와 보던가. 날 딱 사랑을 했었니? 석국장문처럼 멋질 때 인간이 길이 좀 네가 그렇겠니? 소식 접촉 발이 그리 재밌니? 내 남잔 지금은 another level. 너 따위 꿈도 못 꿀 level. 날 가진 그런 next level. 꿈에선 일복이라도 한데 시작해 transaction 난 좀 감당 못한 level 세계가 못해 나와 level 내 곁에서야 가는 level 보다시 피어나도 level Don't bring it to me 꺼져줘 내 거에서 손 떼 Stop back, stop back 다시 태어나도 안 돼 Stop back, stop back 착한 남자들에게 너는 독배 같은 것 마치 수로 외로워 Getting sick and tired every day 넘지 마라 보다 Stop back, stop back 네가 비빌 곳이 아니 Stop back, stop back 정질로 가린 건 참지 못해 가벼운 네 맘일까 Getting sick and tired every day 그와 함께 했던 수많은 날들 네 장난 같은 유혹에 흔들리지 않아 사랑이란 감정을 거래하는 건 too much 이제 그만 꺼져 돌아가 네 세계 다시는 착각은 말고 남자들 다 똑같아 내가 뜨면 시선 집중 여기저기 플래시 터져 찍어라 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 상상은 너의 freedom 가지가지 하기 전에 손부터 build up 더 나가면 넌 좀 다쳐 Girls, bring it on Step back, step back, step back, silly girl The only girl who live in dreams Step back, silly girl 내 앞에서 좀 비켜줘 Don't bring it to me 꺼져줘 내 거에서 손 떼 Step back 다시 태어나도 안 돼 Step back 착한 남자들에게 너는 독배 같은 것 마치 수로 외로워 Getting sick and tired every day 넘지 마라 보다 Step back 네가 비빌 곳이 아니 Step back 저울질로 가린 건 참지 못할 가벼운 네 맘일까 Getting sick and tired every day
Oh wow, I couldn't stop dancing now. I am getting in the mood.
Yeah, it was fun and fantastic dance performance by Freya.
Indeed, Freya is very cool.
There have been various types of performances. Same with Indonesia, which has a lot of offer, and in fact, I found out something very interesting last time. I found out that the divisions of the North Pole and South Pole is in Indonesia. How cool it is!
Whoa, where is that?
Is it in Tugu Khatulistiwa, Kalimantan Barat? There are 12 countries that are located around the equator. Only one city that exactly divides the pole, which is Pontianak, Kalimantan Barat.
You sure do know a lot, Jasmine. Yes, each and every place in Indonesia really has its own uniqueness. Another province is in Kalimantan Selatan, where there is the one animal called bekantan. That has been the icon in Kalimantan Selatan, and they even built a statue for this animal called patung bekantan.
Ah, is bekantan a monkey with a long nose?
Yes, it's very unique, right? Bekantan can be found widely in Kalimantan Selatan.
Cool! I am really happy that we can share with each other about the uniqueness of Indonesia. Well now, before we move on to the other places, let's move forward for the next performance.
Let's listen to a sharing of another cool speaker. He's a person with a critical way of thinking. Let's welcome
Surgeon Devan Angkasa!
We all might wonder why our friend, our family seems to be better than us. Or maybe we want to do something but we're afraid or we struggle to do it. That might be you still stay on your comfort zone. And if you are one of those that still stay on your comfort zone, let's step out from the comfort zone. Here's 2 reasons why. First, you will learn from your mistake. If you never do something, then how can you know if you can make a mistake? And even though you already made a mistake, you can fix it later. And second thing,
And the reason is you could be a productive person. Read us or not, when we do something that is out from our comfort zone, we will realize that everything that we do doesn't waste our time and our energy. And soon we will know that it's good to step out from the comfort zone. If you already know how the reason of stepping out the comfort zone, here's 3 things that you could do right now to step out from your comfort zone. First thing you could do is to try to learn something new. If you never play guitar before, then try to play it. And if you never try drawing, then try to draw. I remember this story in secondary 4 when everything is online in that time. I was bored, so I decided to take a piece of paper and take a pencil and then I draw. And after I draw, I was really inspired about it. So I take another piece of paper, I find an idea about what I'm gonna draw, and I draw it. And then I show it to my friend, and turn out my friend were inspired. So I thought to myself that it's not a waste time to learn something new. So if I can do it, you could do it as well. And second thing you could do is to try to talk or interact with new person. It doesn't have to be a stranger person that you found in the city. It just from your circle. Example, your new friends or a friend that you don't usually talk. I remember this when I was with my parents, went to the restaurant. In that time, my parents brought their friend, and my parents encouraged me to talk with their children. I was so awkward because I never talked to them before. So I take my initiation to talk with them. I introduce myself, and my friends reply me. And then they asked me also if I could join the group. And then I accept it, and from then on, I was friends with them. And not only one friend that I got, but a whole friend that I saw in the restaurant. So, try to talk or interact with new person. They could be your best friend later. And the third one and the last thing that you could do is do what you feel most. Example, if you are scared of height, then try rock climbing. And if you're afraid to speak in front, then try to learn public speaking. It might fit your hobby. And I remember this in February 2021, when my parents encouraged me to join public speaking in SMLone. First, I was really hesitated because I don't know what is public speaking, and also I don't want to lose my free time. So I take my time, and finally I decided to join. And when I joined, the student that in SMLone is not what I thought. They are just like me, just like they don't know what is public speaking. So from then on, I open myself and learn more and everything about public speaking skill. And now I'm happy that my public speaking skill has improved from 0. So face your fears. You will learn the life lesson on your life. So ladies and gentlemen, those are 3 things that you could do to step out on your comfort zone. Try something new, interact with new person, and do what you feel most. So if you are brave enough to step out from the comfort zone, you will become a better person. And if you are brave enough to step out from the comfort zone, you will have more control in your life. And if you are brave enough to step out from the comfort zone, even the comfort zone couldn't obstruct us. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's step out from the comfort zone.
What a brilliant speech, Defan!
Yeah, watching every performance today made me feel very proud to be part of SMLTALK Youth 2022.
Indeed, Jasmine, as a future generation of Indonesia, watching how our generation grows and become better has always been the best feeling ever. Not to mention, I am super proud to be an Indonesian citizen.
The more I know about Indonesia, the more I am proud of being part of it.
And Jasmine, I also have Kalimantan Tengah. If we talk about tari piring from Sumatera Barat just now, in Kalimantan Tengah, their icon is tari giring-giring.
Wow, it sounds almost the same.
Yes, right. Tari giring-giring is also a symbol of happiness, and thus it is to express love and care.
It's very amusing how meaningful the dance could be. Well, Jess, on the other side of Kalimantan, I think there is also Kalimantan Utara, having a beautiful garden known as Taman Tepian Kayan. The garden is built just right beside a river.
Ah, I see. Well, in Kalimantan Timur, there is Pulau Derawan, which is famous for its underwater beauty and sea creatures.
Wow, Jessica, we have just visited the whole Kalimantan virtually.
Yeah, right. Are you ready for our next performer?
Of course. The next speaker is someone who is lovely and reads a lot. Let's welcome Felice Aurin Colbert.
Indonesia. When you hear the word Indonesia, what comes to your mind? A lot of people would say Bali. In fact, when we talk about travel destination, most international tourists only know Bali more than Indonesia. Some even mistakenly believe that Bali is a country. The popularism of Bali has created a misunderstanding that Indonesia is only limited to Bali. But the truth is, Indonesia is actually very rich of wonderful traveling destinations. In order to promote Indonesia's tourism and to break the misunderstanding, our government, through the Minister of Tourism, has a program called Wonderful Indonesia. It's a representative and commitment for the government to promote various destinations for the locals or for international tourists. This also has a goal of developing local economies from tourism. As a part of Indonesia, I believe together with the government, we can break the misunderstanding and show the whole world the beauty of Indonesia. Let me start by telling you the history of Nusantara. The word Nusantara comes from Javanese and it means archipelago. Indonesia is an archipelago country. We have 5 main islands. There are Sumatra, Jawa, Kalimantan, Sulawesi, and Papua. These 5 islands become one as Indonesia and we call it Nusantara. Our Nusantara have so many cultures, unique places, and beautiful places that we must travel. Let me bring you, starting from the west of our Nusantara, which here we are, North Sumatra. Here we have Lake Toba. Lake Toba is the largest lake in Indonesia and is also the largest volcanic lake in the world that is still active until now. It is one of Indonesia's tourism destinations that needs to be promoted. Inside the lake, there are various species of freshwater creatures like corals, goldfish, or in Indonesia, we call this ikan mas. The government is now focusing on infrastructure to make tourists easy to access to Lake Toba. Next, we arrive at the center of our Nusantara. Here we have Komodo Island. It is located at the East Nusa Tenggara and is the habitat for the world's largest lizard, Komodo dragons. If we hear the word panda, what comes to your mind? Let me guess, it must be China, right? Because panda is identical with China. It's the same with these Komodo dragons. We must make this icon Komodo dragons to be familiar to tourists to think that Komodo dragon is familiar, is identical with Komodo Island. And Komodo Island is located in Indonesia. Because the Komodo dragons can only live in Komodo Island. Komodo Island is also designated as a UNESCO World Heritage since 1991. In addition, this island is a popular destination for diving. Please fasten your seatbelt and we will depart to our last location in the eastern part of our Nusantara, which is Raja Ampat. It is an archipelago located at the eastern part of our Nusantara, which is at the western part of Papua. It is a heaven for divers. There are approximately 75% of the world's coral species located on this island. The underwater beauty of Raja Ampat makes people want to see it directly by diving into the ocean. This place is like a paradise in my imagination and is this very potential to attract tourists to visit here. We've journeyed to Lake Toba, Komodo Island, and Raja Ampat. Aren't they beautiful? These are only a few from many travel destinations in Indonesia. We must promote it. We must break the limit to introduce another potential tourism destination to the whole world. But how? How can we do that? Very simple. Every time we travel around Indonesia, we can take pictures and post them to social media. It's even better when you could tag the location or you write reviews on Google. There are some ways to show our support to our Nusantara. As our slogan rings, Bhinneka Tunggal Ika. We are different, but we are one. We are Indonesia. Together, we'll let the world seize the beauty of Indonesia. Together, we'll let the world know that Indonesia is more than just Bali. My name is Felis Arinkabert. I'm very proud to be an Indonesian. I'm very proud of my country, Indonesia. Wonderful Indonesia!
Wow, it's a very engaging speech from Felis. Yes, thank you, Felis, for sharing.
Thus, we have witnessed a lot of performances today, starting from delivering speech, dancing, and singing. Which one is your favorite?
Can I not choose? Because I love every performances.
Yeah, our friends did super well today. Now, Jess, what is our next destination?
Now we are going to heading to Gorontalo. I am super thrilled talking about Gorontalo because it really has a hidden gem.
What is it?
It's the beautiful paradise, Pulau Cinta. It has resorts consisting of 15 luxurious villas that connect to each other that forming a heart shape. Besides, the villas are surrounded by crystal clear water.
Imagine waking up, breathing the fresh air, and watching the breathtaking view.
Yeah, it's like the local version of Maldives. Anyway, Cleona, since we are almost towards the end of the event, I am feeling very grateful that we could be the MC for SMLTALK Youth 2022. Thank you very much to everyone who has supported this event wholeheartedly.
This event is supported by
Well, Cleo, besides Pulau Cinta, there's also a village in Sulawesi Utara called Desa Bahoe that is located very close to the sea.
The people there must be breathing fresh air every day. It's very cool.
Yes, Cleona. And that's a little bit of sharing. I hope it could also enrich all of our insights about Indonesia. Now, let's see who's our next performers.
The next one will be coming from a high enthusiasm and full energy trainee.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Jacqueline Jia!
Hi everyone, my name is Jacqueline. I'm a grade 5 student and I'm 9 years old. I started this SML1 tuition last year. And this is my first time being on a live stream video. Anyways, today I'm going to talk about my inspired role model and how she breaks through her limits out of her comfort zone and how successful she is now. I'm going to ask some of you, does any one of you knows about the latest Olympic winning figure? No one or anyone? Today I'm going to give you the introduction of Ellen Gu. She was born on September 3, 2003. And her age is still 18, so she's about 8 years older than me. Not much different, right? What makes her stand out more than any other Olympic winner? Ellen Gu started competing in the Winter Olympics in 2021. And she won 3 medals. This is the very first time that someone can win 3 medals and yet also being the youngest gold medalist ever in the history of freestyle skiing. Additionally, she got accepted to Stanford University. Isn't she an incredibly amazing and such an inspirational young girl? She started skiing when she was 3 years old. Few years later, her mother discovered that she is such a fearless girl. So, she decided to enroll her to a freestyle skiing lesson in which there isn't any other girl that ever registered in it. So, pretty much she's the only girl that ever registered in the tuition. Since Ellen and her mother live in San Francisco, there isn't any slope to practice on for a skating lesson. Therefore, Ellen and her mother always driving to Lake Tahoe. Lake Tahoe is quite far from San Francisco. It takes about 5 hours of driving to Lake Tahoe. And they have been doing this for the past 12 years. Amazingly, they do this trip for every weekend. She has tons of activities such as basketball, running, soccer, ballet, and piano. She is also a model who appeared in the Vogue magazine many times. She even got invited to the Paris Fashion Week. Ellen made some inspirational quotes that she ever mentioned in her social media. If it is easy, it wouldn't be a dream. We must dream big and we must believe in ourselves. However, it does take courage to do this. So believe me, your sacrifices will be paid off in the end. Ellen also mentioned that life will always be a bumpy road. But this will help you to build your resilience. And she is thankful for this experience. Her speech and quote has taught me a life lesson about setting up a goal for my future life. As the future generation of Generation Alpha, I want to be as ambitious, active, and courageous as Ellen Gu. I hope we all can also be inspired by her life journey. Dare to dream, not easily give up, and breaking our own limits. Let's create our own beautiful story. Thank you for listening to my speech today.
What a remarkable sharing!
Yeah, let's together give a round of applause for Jacqueline.
Cleona, I couldn't wait to listen to more interesting facts about Indonesia.
Now, we are ready to head to Sulawesi Selatan. Well, in here, there is a building built by the Dutch, It's called Benteng Fort Rotterdam, which was once used during war, but now it has been one of the tourist destinations and even for education and cultural center.
It's very great how our historical places are still preserved well for us so that we know how much our country has done for us.
Totally agree, Jasmine. You see, besides historical places, we are very blessed with beautiful paradise in Indonesia. No matter which part of Indonesia you visited, you can always find a hidden gem. Another hidden gem is in Sulawesi Barat, which is Pulau Karampuang.
The island is also known as Pulau Buaya, right? Because when we take a look further, the island looks like a crocodile shape. It's super cool.
Aha! There is another one too in Sulawesi Tenggara. It is Pulau Bokori. And unlike some other islands, Pulau Bokori is quite wide and has complete facilities, which is why it is very suitable for recreational activities.
Cool! There is also Taman Nasional Lore Lindu in Sulawesi Tengah. It is rich in its flora and fauna. I would love to visit there with my family in the future.
Looks like we have traveled to all parts of Sulawesi. There are lots of cool places there. Would definitely visit Sulawesi.
Well, now, after visiting Sulawesi virtually, our next performer will be entertaining us with her beautiful voice. Now, let's welcome Felis Valerie Antasa!
Hello everyone, I am Felis from SML1. Today I'll be singing A Million Dreams. I hope you enjoy. I close my eyes and I can see the world that's waiting up for me, that I call my own. Through the dark, through the door, through where no one's been before, but it feels like home. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say I've lost my mind. I don't care if they call me crazy. We can live in a world that we design. 'Cause every night I'll lie in bed, the brightest color fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. Oh, a million dreams for the world we're gonna make. There's a house we can build. Every room inside is filled with things from far away. Special things I compile, each one there to make you smile on a rainy day. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say I've lost my mind. I don't care if they call me crazy. we can live in a world that we design. 'Cause every night all I need, the brightest color fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. Oh, a million dreams for the world we're gonna make. However big, however small, let me be part of it all. Share your dreams with me. You may be right, you may be wrong, but say that you'll bring me along to the world you see. To the world I close my eyes to see. I close my eyes to see. 'Cause every night all I make, the brightest color fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me. A million dreams, a million dreams. I think what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. Oh, a million dreams for the world we're gonna make. For the world we're gonna make. That's all. Thank you.
Bravo, bravo, bravo! Each word is sung so beautifully that I can't really move on.
Yeah, I'm still even singing in my head right now.
Couldn't agree more. Let's rewatch again later. Let's move on, cause we have a very special agenda here.
What is that special agenda, Jasmine?
You will know after this, Cleona. But before that, I just want to say that I'm super impressed with all of the performances.
Oh, indeed. And talking about impressions, I am also very impressed by how creative the people in Maluku are. They make use of the scrap weapon forward as a material for creating jewelries. It's called kerajinan besi putih.
Wow, that's very fascinating. Also, as I remember, in Maluku Utara, they process the cloth and fabric into a very beautiful piece. It's called kain tenun ternate. The shape created on the piece would be various among the sea creatures found in Maluku Utara.
The people in Maluku and Maluku Utara are indeed very gifted with creativity.
Yeah, and Cleona, now we are going to reveal our special agenda.
We are going to watch a special podcast session with an amazing speaker and co-host. The speaker today is Miss Regina Fortuna Amal.
And Miss Regina will be interviewed by our friend who is a multi-talented trainee. Let's welcome the special podcast session by
Miss Regina Fortuna Amal and Lieutenant Colonel Clarice Annabel Yu.
And welcome to SMLTALK Youth 2022. With this year's theme, Let's Break the Limits, is also a way for us SML1 trainees to celebrate Hari Anak Nasional 2022. With me, Clarice Annabel Yu, as one of the trainees in SML1 and also as Putri Batik Cilik Indonesia Sumatera Utara 2022, I will be interviewing a beautiful young lady who is known as an influencer and a young mom. With today's topic, how parents should educate current generations. So, let us welcome Miss Regina.
Thank everybody, I'm Regina. So today I'm very honored to be invited here and to be interviewed by Clarice.
Thank you.
And congrats to her for winning Putri Batik Cilik ya.
Yeah. Thank you. And also thank you for coming here. Although you are very busy and you still make your time here, so thank you. We really appreciate that.
No worries.
Okay.
I'm glad to be here.
So, how are you today, Miss Regina?
I'm feeling great. I'm feeling very positive. And I'm just happy to be able to share with everyone who's watching about my point of view on parenting.
Okay. So, let us begin, okay? So, if Miss Regina can describe yourself in 3 words, what will it be?
3 words. Okay, I'm first, I think I'm a simple person. So simple. I love everything simple. I don't like complicated things. So second, balance. So I like to live a balanced life. So I want to spend time with my family, my kids, my husband. I want balance in my life, like going to the gym, also so balance my relationship, my love life, my healthy lifestyle, my kids. So balance and positive. So I like to stay positive, see the bright side of things.
Okay. So, in this pandemic, kids have online learning, although now most of them has already started offline school, but I think mostly still online. And what is Miss Regina's perspective, thoughts on this online learning?
Actually, online learning, I feel like there's a good thing out of it because why? The moms have to be involved, and you know your progress, your child's progress, because you're there. You are the one who take care of the kids and teach the kids, right? So, and you will learn to appreciate the teachers, like how hard it is to teach the kids. So now, but I really think that because I love to teach children, so maybe that's another thing. So I learned to understand Rhea and how is the best way for her to absorb the lessons. The same thing with Naya, but even though they are both my child, but they have a very different way of learning things. And from that I learned about them and then learn their character juga, and also realize just how different they are. But both are very amazing kids.
Okay, so do Miss Regina has any tips for kids to absorb learning better?
For me, each kids are different. They are unique. Even though your siblings, you have different way of learning things. As I say, teachers itu ibaratnya kayak, I would say like a USB, the cable, charger cable. So the kids can be Samsung, can be iPhone. You don't know kayak which one yang paling bisa cocok gitu for teaching them. But as a parent, you're like a multifunction cable. You're supposed to know your kids you're supposed to know your kids the best. So you know with these kids, this is how I should teach them. Like Naya, she likes movement. So I like to teach her things by playing games. She likes that. If Rhea can sit down properly and study, and the best thing to teach her is explain to her slowly and provide a lot of examples to her. So for me, I think we as parents need to know which type your kids are, so you know which way is the best way to teach them.
Oh, okay, that's actually a very good answer. Okay, so when parents teaches kids, sometimes kids can make mistakes, especially young kids, and then sometimes the parents just like cannot handle it, and then they get angry. So, are there any tips from Miss Regina, like how to control the anger or how to like make up for it?
If you ask me, we need to see the intentions of the kids. It's not that they trying to frustrate you. they themselves don't understand. So we need to see things from their point of view. I remember I heard Rhea telling me, "Mommy, I don't understand." So even though we force her the same way, it's not gonna work. So we need to find a different approach on how she can understand it. So mommies have to be creative, I think. So we need to be creative in teaching them, and it's not really teaching is not about one way. I feel like teaching is all about two ways communication. So they can tell you what they think of the things, because in everything we see, there are 2 points of view. Sometimes they see it, we can see the same exact thing, but we can have different point of view. Like we're looking at a coin, you see it from that way, it's a different angle. I see it from here, it's a different angle, right? So we just need to understand what they mean, what they don't understand, and start from there. I think in order to not feel frustrated, the mom itself has to be in a calm state. So don't put too much expectation, and just enjoy the process of learning. They don't have to learn like today the school teach 1 to 10. And if your kids can only learn 1 to 3, but as long as he enjoys it, I think that's enough. So we don't have to force them to, you have to know 1 to 10. No, I don't think that's the way to teach children. So for me, the most important thing is their enjoyment in learning things. If they lose that enjoyment thing, I mean, if they don't enjoy it, then it will be hard in the future for us to like ask them to study. They will feel like, study, not again, right? I don't want my kids to have that. I want them to feel like, oh, study, I can get to learn new things. I get to explore different things, experience different things. I want them to have that reaction when I ask them to study, not like study. Yeah, that's my point of view. Yeah.
Okay, I really like how Miss Regina has a very wise and good perspective in seeing things. So, may I know what motto you actually go by in your life?
The motto I go by in my life, the one that I have been saying to myself ever since my uni life is, do the things today that your future self will thank you for. So, and it really helps me in avoiding a lot of bad decisions. And also, I want my kids to see me, and I want my kids to grow up and say, I want to be like my mom. So I always strive to be that person. Yeah, that's my motto.
Okay. That is actually a very amazing motto that I'm sure lots of parents or even children can learn. And that's about your mom life. And may I know about Miss Regina's influencer life?
Okay.
So, as a kid, was it Miss Regina's dream to grow up become an influencer, or is there any other dream?
Okay. When I was very little, my dream was very simple. I love puzzles. So my dream was to have a puzzle store. And if someone buy puzzle and then they just want me to, for example, they don't want to piece it together, I'll be the one who piece it together for them. So that's just a very simple dream. And then I think my big dream is, I have it when I was in uni, is I want to build in a high standard school and dormitory. So the school already have the dorms inside, like Harry Potter movie, but for orphans. Why orphans? Because I feel like they don't have anyone else in this world. And actually there are a lot of orphans, a lot of kids that are unable to go to school, but they actually really want to, and they have the potential to be great. So I really wish that can happen. And I think I will start from opening a preschool first, and hopefully it can happen sometime soon.
Okay. So good luck to that.
Thank you.
And then, so what motivates Miss Regina to be an influencer?
Actually, first it all happens all of a sudden. It's not like planned. It wasn't planned. So I started sharing story about my relationship with my husband, how I met him in the elevator, and how we get together after we broke up for 5 years. And that interests people. So, and they started to ask me about relationship point of view, my advice, especially on having two different religion, because I'm Buddhist and he's Catholic. So there's a lot of questions about that too, and how we raise the kids. And then Rhea was born, and she's such an adorable kid, and everyone wants me to share my parenthood journey. So from there, I started sharing, and I feel very happy when I hear positive feedback from them, like my advice and my story actually make their days, and also they feel like it brings them joy and happiness seeing Rhea and seeing my family, and I think it really motivates me to share even more.
Okay, so is there any other jobs that Miss Regina have aside from being an influencer?
I have my dad's business, but I don't really. I'm lucky that I don't really have to like do full time on it, so I can still monitor it on the sideline. But my most important job right now is to be a mom for my two small children. That's my priority. So I really prioritize spending time with them, because I would say their first 5 years is a very important milestone. I don't want to feel like I'm not there. So for now, yes, I do have some business. Like we have F&B industry, F&B business like Momaro, and then Kulo, Siboba, and apart from that, we also have smart home business. My husband do smart home industry, so we do all like Google stuff. If you know, like we can say, "Hey Google, turn on the lights," and then they will turn on for us, and all these smart home things. But my main focus is still being a mom to my kids.
Okay, so I'm really curious, and I'm sure that lots of parents out there are also really curious. How do you manage your time for spending time with your families, your children, and working?
For me, I'm very lucky because I always try to involve them into my work. So I know a lot of people try to separate work and the family time, but I'm very lucky I can combine them. For example, I'm having a collaboration with a designer, clothes designer, fashion designer. And yesterday, Rhea followed me to the textile store, and she helped me choose the textile of what we should choose to make the dress. So I get to do my work, and she get to learn. She get to learn to how's the process of making a dress, and I'm very lucky that I'm able to do that, because I think I'm an influencer in relation to family, being a wife, being a mom, and they are just a part of it too.
Okay.
So making content with them, so it's very fun. Yeah, I'm lucky I get to do that.
Yeah, that's actually really good idea to combine family time and work time.
Yes.
We just need to find a way to actually how to combine it.
Yes.
So when your child grows up, what does Miss Regina want them to be, or do you want them to just follow their heart, or maybe any ideas?
Okay, actually, yeah, I want them to follow their hearts. What we as parents can do is just provide the foundation, but we need to provide a very strong foundation, like a happy home, a home filled with love and laughter, and I want them to be able to enjoy living. A lot of people, they grow up, sometimes they feel like, "Oh, my life is so how to say, so hard. My life is so." I don't want them to have that. I want them to love their life, love being alive, and enjoy everything they do. So that's one of the goal I want them to be a happy person, healthy, because you need to be health conscious, and you don't want to right. So my most important thing is they grow up happy and healthy.
And is there any message from Miss Regina to the audience that are watching this podcast, like parenting tips or maybe how you should feed your child properly?
So I think, for advice, I think most important thing is to enjoy being a parent. This journey is like in the blink of the eye, your child will grow up so fast. And I cannot even tell you that I was so surprised that now Rhea is already 4 years old. I can still remember the day she was born. It will go by in a flash. So really enjoy the journey and not get too frustrated over being perfect mom. I think a lot of people, they try to be a perfect mom, which for me, if you can do it, that's good. But if you cannot, then don't try to be perfect, but then you feel miserable. Be the best version of yourself, but it still makes you happy and still make your kids feel happy. Because what's the point of having a perfect but miserable mom and your kids just watching it like, why my mom is like that, right? So kids are watching us, so show them how happy her mom is. Because what they are trying to do, if you realize it, they are just every day they're just trying to make you feel happy and make you laugh. Like if they do something and you laugh, they definitely do it again and again. Why? The reason is simple. They want their mom to smile and be happy. So be a mom that your child will fall in love with. Like really, I love my mom.
So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for watching this podcast. And especially, thank you, Miss Regina, for coming all the way here to join this podcast with me, Clarice, as the host for today's podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, let's break the limits. And I, as Clarice Annabelle, the host of today's podcast, wants to say Selamat Hari Anak Nasional 2022. Happy Children's Day. Thank you and see you.
Very insightful session. I got a lot to learn. It's really very interactive and fun as well.
I've always loved to listen to podcasts, especially today's podcast is a great one.
And finally, we are also on our last destination now, the magical and amazing province Papua, the easternmost part of Indonesia, and it is the world's largest and highest tropical island.
Yes, I have seen people going to Papua Barat, especially Raja Ampat, and the view there made my jaw drop.
Oh yeah, and Papua now divided into 5 provinces itself. Papua Barat, Papua Pegunungan Tengah, Papua Tengah, and Papua Selatan. Across these 5 provinces, of course, there are lots of recreational places we can visit, like Taman Nasional Lawrence, Pegunungan Jaya Wijaya, and etc.
Cool! Anyway, Jasmine, the time has passed so quickly that now we are also on our last performer. She is very talented at playing piano. Let's enjoy the performance from
Kalista Hari Huang.
Hello everyone, my name is Kalista. Today I'm going to play AM/PM. Let's enjoy it. watching and happy Children's Day.
A big round of applause! What a stunning performance in SMLTALK Youth 2022! Woohoo! The way Kalista played were very elegant, which moved my heart.
Throughout the time, I'm now adding other destinations to visit on my list. Well, we have been traveling from Sabang to Merauke. The virtual journey today has brought me to a deep realization that we as the children of Indonesia should be very proud of our own country.
Yes, and I am forever grateful for what our country has done for us. As a child myself, I am very happy to be able to celebrate Children's Day through SMLTALK Youth 2022, while also reminding everyone about how wonderful Indonesia is.
Yeah, and not only us, we also have gotten some messages from our friends in SML1.
Ladies and gentlemen, Trainees in SML1 presents you this special message.
Halo semua, saya Dira Muntasira, salah satu Trainees Orator Society Junior di SML1. Hari ini melalui event SMLTALK Youth, kami para trainee SML1 ingin berbagi kebahagiaan dan makna Hari Anak Nasional yang jatuh pada tanggal 23 Juli setiap tahunnya. Menurut saya, makna Hari Anak Nasional adalah sebuah momen yang tepat untuk meningkatkan kepedulian serta partisipasi seluruh bangsa Indonesia serta kualitas generasi penerus bangsa Indonesia. Untuk menjadi dewasa, kita harus melalui fase anak-anak terlebih dahulu. Bertumbuh bagi saya bukan hanya bertambah tinggi dan usia ataupun naik kelas, tetapi kita dapat memberikan manfaat kepada masyarakat sejak dini. Saya ingin menginspirasi banyak orang untuk menunjukkan bakatnya, dan saya ingin menginspirasi anak-anak Indonesia supaya lebih berani untuk menunjukkan bakatnya. SMLTALK Youth diadakan hari ini dan kami para Trainee Orator Society Junior and Youth SML1 mengucapkan Selamat Hari Anak Nasional. Thank you.
Selamat Hari Anak Nasional.
Selamat Hari Anak Nasional. Selamat Hari Anak Nasional.
Selamat Hari Anak Nasional. Selamat Hari Anak Nasional. Selamat Hari Anak Nasional.
Selamat Hari Anak Nasional.
Selamat Hari Anak Nasional.
Selamat Hari Anak Nasional. Selamat Hari Anak Nasional. Selamat Hari Anak Nasional.
Selamat Hari Anak Nasional.
Selamat Hari Anak Nasional. Selamat Hari Anak Nasional.
Selamat Hari Anak Nasional.
Selamat Hari Anak Nasional. Selamat Hari Anak Nasional. Selamat Hari Anak Nasional. Selamat Hari Anak Nasional. Selamat Hari Anak Nasional. Selamat Hari Anak Nasional. Selamat Hari Anak Nasional.
Selamat Hari Anak Nasional.
Selamat Hari Anak Nasional.
Selamat Hari Anak Nasional.
Selamat Hari Anak Nasional.
Selamat Hari.
Selamat Hari Anak Nasional.
Selamat Hari Anak Nasional. Selamat Hari Anak Nasional.
Selamat Hari Anak Nasional.
Selamat Hari Anak Nasional.
Selamat Hari Anak Nasional.
Selamat Hari Anak Nasional. Selamat Hari Anak Nasional.
Selamat Hari Anak Nasional.
Selamat Hari Anak Nasional.
Selamat Hari Anak Nasional.
Selamat Hari Anak Nasional.
Selamat Hari Anak Nasional. Selamat Hari Anak Nasional.
Selamat Hari Anak Nasional.
Selamat Hari Anak Nasional.
Selamat Hari Anak Nasional. Selamat Hari Anak Nasional.
Selamat Hari Anak Nasional.
Selamat Hari Anak Nasional. Selamat Hari Anak Nasional. Selamat Hari Anak Nasional.
Selamat Hari Anak Nasional.
Selamat Hari Anak Nasional.
Selamat Hari Anak Nasional.
Selamat Hari Anak Nasional. Selamat Hari Anak Nasional.
Halo, perkenalkan saya Rahima Syahrani dari Yayasan Berani Bermimpi. Saya percaya semua orang pasti memiliki mimpi. Dan di Yayasan Berani Bermimpi inilah mencoba untuk mewujudkan mimpi-mimpi yang ada pada remaja-remaja yang ada di Kota Medan. Tak terkecuali orang-orang yang memiliki kekurangan ekonomi. Di Yayasan Berani Bermimpi kami banyak sekali dilatih untuk mengembangkan skill dan meningkatkan kemampuan kami. Salah satunya adalah pelatihan public speaking yang diadakan oleh SML1. Ketika itu kami banyak sekali belajar mengenai bagaimana cara public speaking yang baik dan benar, body language yang benar, dan juga bagaimana cara tampil di depan umum dengan berani. Terima kasih kepada SML1 yang sudah memfasilitasi kami untuk pelatihan public speaking tersebut. Tidak hanya itu, di kelas public speaking yang diadakan oleh SML1, kelasnya itu sangat seru dan juga para coachnya itu sangat sabar dalam mendidik kami. Nah, maka dari itu kepada semua orang yang ada di Indonesia, jika kalian ingin membantu Yayasan Berani Bermimpi untuk terus mendukung para anak-anak yang ada di Kota Medan dan yang ada di seluruh Indonesia dalam menggapai mimpinya, maka kalian bisa melakukan donasi kepada Yayasan Berani Bermimpi, terutama donasi buku. Karena kenapa? Karena buku itu adalah jendela ilmu. Saya Rahima Syahrani mengucapkan terima kasih kepada seluruh donatur yang telah memberikan donasi bukunya kepada Yayasan Berani Bermimpi melalui event SMLTALK Youth 2022. Terima kasih.
Thank you very much. And for you ladies and gentlemen who are watching, let's join us on creating a better society by donating books. All the books collected will go to a library that is in need, and the books that you want to donate could be sent to SML1 headquarters at Jalan Timur.
Once again, as the host of SMLTALK Youth 2022, we would like to say, Selamat Hari Anak Nasional! Guys, the event passes real quick. I feel like we have just started.
Yeah, right. We had so much fun inside and we got to know each other even more through stories and experiences. Through this opportunity, let us express our gratitude to everyone who has supported us until now.
SMLTALK Youth 2022 will not be here without the support from our sponsors and partners. This event is supported by Thank you very much to everyone who have been watching SMLTALK Youth 2022, to our parents, trainers, mentors, and team who have been able to supporting behind the scene, encouraging and training us to be able to stand on stage like today, to be able to voice out our opinion, share our thoughts, and most importantly, of course, to be a better us.
To all the performers in SMLTALK Youth 2022, I believe today you mark another milestone in yourself that you are able to break your own limits.
No worries, SMLTALK Youth will be coming again next year. Thank you very much, everyone. As your MC, I am Jasmine Yanarti,
Cleona Vivian Lim,
and Jessica Darren Wijaya,
signing off. See you on SMLTALK Youth 2023.
SML1,
making you better you.